I would be happy to take questions during if somebody has questions. No problem. Sure. A small question answer session afterwards if they have questions. No problem.
When in Denmark? Nej, han ser sig själv. Han ser så bra på. Nej, det är jag. Men jag har satt igång en lokal. Jag har riktat webbkameran. Så han skulle kunna ha liksom... Ja, om han hade haft fjärrstyrning av PowerPoint. Så vi fick inte det. Så här gjorde han. Tid eller går det att bry om han inte har så långt? Går det att gå och ta fikat då eller? Hallå, välkomna tillbaks. Nu ska vi till Danmark och Humlebäck, Louisiana konsthallar. Hur många har varit där? Oj. Peder, hörde du det? Det var många.
Hi.
Det var många som hade... A lot of people have been in Louisiana, so you're warm welcome.
That's very good, because I'm not going to do a long introduction to the Louisiana Museum.
I will have to use two mics, one for the audience and one for you, if anyone's wondering what I'm doing.
All right. Should I just go ahead and start?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks a lot. So, hi everybody. My name is Peder Wuth, and I work as a project manager at the Louisiana channel. I've been asked to do this short presentation for you, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spend the next 15 minutes or so introducing the Louisiana channel, which is the latest digital endeavor of the Louisiana Museum, and definitely also the most ambitious endeavor that we have done, and it's of course the Louisiana channel. So I'm going to talk to you about this, and I'll be happy to answer any questions during this session. Feel free to ask, raise your hand. I cannot see you, so Johannes needs to do that.
I will relay questions from the audience.
All right, good. And also after the presentation, I'll be very happy to answer some questions. Okay, you can change to the next slide, Johannes. All right, so just in brief, what is Louisiana Channel? Louisiana Channel was launched 6 months ago, almost to the day, in November of 2012. So we're relatively new, we're kind of the new kids on the block here. Louisiana Channel is a web TV channel with videos on the arts, on architecture, on design, on music. And common for all videos here is that they are featuring the artists. So we do not have experts or curators talking about art. we have the artists. So we go directly to the artist and do videos about them. At the Louisiana Museum, we have what you could call a unique access to some of the world's best artists. They go in and out the door here. And what we try to do is exploit this access and do interviews, documentaries, we do studio visits, so on. It's all done on video, no text, just videos. And what we do is we make 2 videos every week. So we release 2 videos every week, which is quite a lot. The videos vary from 5 minutes to 30 minutes, something like that. Now, what we do is we produce the content that we make exclusively for the internet. So in every aspect of the process of where we work, we think internet. We're not trying to make television that we convert to the internet, but we do think internet from the start. We produce formats for the internet, and we do the cutting for the internet. So internet is a primary media. One very, very important point is that we work independently of the museum. That's very important to understand that. So we're an independent unit, and we're not in this world to document activities from the museum. So we're not trying to reproduce events at the museum, recording events at the museum. We're not trying to create an online museum. We're not trying to create video guides that are related to the museum. We're not trying to mirror, so to speak, the museum in any kind of way. And very importantly also, we're not a marketing engine. So we're not trying to get people to visit the museum. We're trying to get people to see the videos, but we're not trying to get people to visit the museum. Obviously, we love it when people visit our museum, but that's not the main goal of Louisiana channel. All content that we do is produced in English, and that is in an effort to reach an international audience. What we do at the moment actually is we are translating all our videos to the main languages, that is French, German, Spanish, Chinese, in order to expand this access. So what is the content that we provide? When we choose the content that we want to provide, we have only one principle, that is a guiding principle, and that is relevance. So it needs to be relevant. Now that might be obvious for everybody, it needs to be relevant, but that is opposed to a news media. So we do not provide news. So there's no news criteria. We're not a blog, and we are not part of that fast stream of news that the internet has. What we do is we provide slow food, so to speak, for the internet. We hope to provide videos that can last on the internet and that can be discovered time and time again and still be interesting. Also, obviously, we aim to produce content that has the highest possible quality. So we put together a group of journalists, the background, some of Denmark's largest newspapers. We have people from Danish television who have a past in Danish television. We have one from German television, and all with a very in-depth, very professional people with in-depth knowledge of culture, of art and culture. All right, go ahead and change the slide. Thanks. So the next slide is just to say something about our distribution, way of distributing content. Now, we do have our own website. So we have a URL where you can see all the videos. But from the beginning, the point of this project was not to create a portal. So we're not trying to create a place where a lot of people go. We do not aim to get a lot of people to see our website. But what we do aim at is to get a lot of people to see our videos. So that is why we try to maximize our distribution through social media. Basically, we have discovered that we're not able to, at Louisiana, to build a big portal for art videos. We're simply not, we cannot handle that task. So what we do is we distribute our videos instead to where the people are, to the main streets of the internet, so to speak. So at the moment, we are at Facebook, we are on Twitter, YouTube, Vimeo, Instagram, starting a collaboration with a company called Art Battle, which is an American website for museums with videos on art. And also, which is quite funny, since we did not aim to go on television, but actually we've had television stations call us asking to use our content. The latest being in Portuguese, a cable TV network that wants to use our content. Go ahead and change the slide. So that's a little bit about the distribution. Next, I'm going to tell you a little bit about an old principle here at Louisiana, which is called the sauna principle. I guess since we're in the Nordic countries, it should be understandable. So what the sauna principle is all about is at the museum, that's the founder invented this principle, so to speak, that we try to make exhibitions that, one exhibition that is warm, that could be a Picasso exhibition, a lot of people like him, a lot of people come to see it. And then the next exhibition could be what we call a cold exhibition. That could be some avant-garde video artist from Romania, for instance, which we just had. So we try to kind of mix this cold and warm exhibitions at the museum. Now, what we have done at Louisiana Channel is we've actually taken over this principle. So what we do is we produce warm videos. You see one example to the left, Patti Smith. She's a popular rock singer, and she attracts a lot of people. A lot of people want to see videos about her. But also what we do is we provide cold videos to the right, Peder, which is a Swiss video artist. And what we hope, of course, is to attract people, and people may discover the cold videos when coming actually for the warm videos. I'm just going to give you one example now of how this principle works and actually document that it does work. Go ahead, the next slide, please. Thanks. So, in the beginning of April, the actress Emma Watson discovered one of our videos. I think was on Vimeo, that's what I remember. Now, what she did, now, for those who don't know Emma Watson, she is the one who plays Hermione in the Harry Potter movies, my children tell me. And also, she is has one of the world's largest Twitter profiles. She has 6 million followers. So 6 million followers. So what happens is that she discovered one of our videos with Patti Smith, one of the warm videos, so to speak. And within hours after she posted that, it just exploded. Number of visitors. We had 60,000 people coming to our website within just 12 hours. Obviously, that is great, having a lot of people come. But what happened is that, and you can see that on the graph below, is that a lot of people actually discovered that there's some other content on the website. They shared it on Facebook, and they took some of the cold videos also and shared them. And what you see is that actually the number of visitors has increased after this viral episode that was started by Emma Watson. So this is just an interesting documentation of how some videos can actually promote and use as icebreakers for other videos. Yeah, go ahead and change. Next. So, why are we actually doing this, being a museum for modern art? Now, ever since the founding of the museum, that was in 1958, the activities here have been founded on one premise, and that is that art matters, and that art and culture are necessary elements for society to evolve. And that giving people possibility to meet art and culture is just a basic necessity for society to evolve. we develop ourselves, and both as individuals and society when being art and culture. And obviously, in the last 10 years, social media have evolved. So we have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have all kinds of Instagram, we have all kinds of social media. And they are very, very, very strong forces, and they are actually cultural forces. There are new ways of being, of discussing, there are new ways of being political, there are new ways of just sharing thoughts and sharing cultural contexts. Now, at the same time, what we have seen is that the traditional content providers, that is newspapers, television, have a very, very, very hard time finding a business model to support high-quality content on the internet. So there seems a lack of a business model that can support the kind of content that we provide. Newspapers are struggling, music industry is struggling, book publishers struggling, and probably the first victim in this struggle is cultural products that are not mainstream. So what we find is that quality content for the internet is a much needed asset, especially when it comes to art and culture. So you find a lot of dancing dogs and dancing babies on YouTube, but you find very little high quality content on art and culture, unfortunately. And that is the reason that we have this Louisiana channel today. We have decided to make this offer public and free in a public service tradition. So in the Nordic countries, as in England, there's a great tradition for public service television, and what we have done is we've actually taken this instance, so we provide it in public service tradition. And what we do is basically we provide these videos that are free to redistribute, people can share, people can use them as much as they want. They cannot change the videos, but they can use it, they can share it. All right, go ahead. So, what is the response to this until now? People really care about intelligent TV on the internet. Obviously, we're only 6 months old, but I do think that I can also, but I think already we can say it's been a success. Let me just give you a couple of two examples, actually, of what we've done until now. Just examples of how video evolve and how distributed. Next slide. Okay. So this is a video that we published in January on the Albanian artist Andri Sala. He's a video artist combining video and music in a very interesting way. I had an exhibition with him at the museum. But he is definitely not what you would categorize as a mainstream artist. Nevertheless, the Facebook post with this artist, Andri Sala, generated more than 1,200 likes. We had 44 comments, and we have 103 shares. This is actually an old slide, so today it's probably more. So this is very, very narrow content, but actually it is shared, it is liked, and keeps on being shared, keeps on being liked on the internet. Another example, go ahead, next slide. This is another interesting story. It's about David Hockney. We have a video with him where he says that Photoshop is boring. So Photoshop is obviously this piece of software to manipulate images. And F-Stoppers, which is a website created around a group of people with an interest in photography. They're basically photography nerds talking about lenses and cameras, lighting, such. And somehow they picked up this video featuring David Hockney from our Vimeo channel. And the title seemed to have triggered these people. He talks about how boring it is when images are photoshopped. And this video created a lively debate on this site we have never heard of. 86 posts where people discuss forth and back about pros and cons of Photoshop. And not everybody agreed with David Hockney for sure. This video has been viewed more than 5,000 times until now. Also, this is an old slide. It's probably a lot more today. The point here with these two examples, Henri Sala and David Hockney, is that it seems possible to create content of high quality about arts and culture, and people really seem to like this content. Now, that is to me a great positive surprise that put this on the internet and people really like it. We just, by distributing the videos worldwide and letting our videos kind of loose in the ecosystem of the internet, we're able to hit new groups of people and individuals that would never ever be able to actually get to talk to or communicate with in the museum. Yeah. So at the moment we have had about 400,000 video views during the first 6 months, which to me is great success. So the point I would like to make today is that quality content does have a future on the internet. It doesn't have to be bad YouTube videos. Go ahead, next slide. And I would very much like you all to join us. You can go to facebook.com Louisiana channel. You can like our page, and there you can follow the videos coming up. And you can go to Louisiana DK/channel and then sign up for a newsletter if you'd like to get news about the videos we're providing. That's all for me. I will take any questions you would like, and also if I forgot to write my email address. If you have questions or comments or would like a more in-depth talk, go ahead and write me. I'm on pwu@louisiana.dk. Okay.
Har vi några frågor i salen? Det är lika bra.
Vidarebefordrar du? Hur postar de? Postar de videos på YouTube, Vimeo och egen sajt? Alltså hur ser själva infrastrukturen ut i distributionen?
No. Good question. So the technical setup is that for our website we have chosen a very professional hoster. It's called Brightco, and they provide the videos for our website. But then what we do is we actually manually distribute the videos. We kind of manually distribute. So we put them on YouTube, on Vimeo, and we put images on Instagram, put them on Facebook. This is all done manually. And I know there are some systems who can actually do this automatically, but we believe that it is very important to hit the media, to understand the media where you are. So I'm quite sure that when you do a tweet on a video, it has to be fundamentally different than a Facebook post, for instance. So that is our reason for doing this manually. Was that answering the question?
Hi, Therese Jonasson från Fabel. Jag undrar om de använder sig av Creative Commons. Ja, om de licensierar sina verk under Creative Commons-licenser.
Yeah, that's also a very good question. See, just from the beginning, the copyright issue has been a very big part of this project. So we have had a lot of time. We spent a lot of time discussing this, how to do this, and also discussing with the Danish copyright instances. What we do, we have a very good connection with a Danish lawyer called Martin von Haller-Grønbæk, who is actually the Creative Commons founder in Denmark, very high profile in the Creative Commons. And our plan is to put this on a Creative Commons license. And to be quite honest, the reason why it's not yet on a Creative Commons license is mostly because I've had a lot of things to do. So the plan is in the future, hopefully in the short future, when I get some time, to provide it on a Creative Commons license.
Yeah, in what ways have this, your project, affected the ordinary Louisiana museum?
Has the project changed anything at the Louisiana museum?
Well, changed. I mean, we as I mentioned, it depends on what you say about change. Internally, obviously, people are quite aware of the fact that that we exist, and we work with the rest of the museum, especially the curators. We talk to on a frequent basis for them to provide us with hints on what kind of content we can provide. Interviews, who's in town, who's hot right now, who could we talk to, stuff like that. No, it hasn't changed. I mean, if you think of changing as more people visiting museums, stuff like that, we have not seen, at least not an effect that can be documented.
Well, the question was actually if there has been any change that you can see. Huh? The question is if you can track any effect. Well, has it affected the rest of the organization in any way?
Yes, it has, meaning that, I mean, people are very positive. People, I mean, this has been, I was kind of modest before this. I think this has really been a great success. So obviously having a great success at a museum affects the organization. People are happy about it, and people like to be part of a success. So in that way, definitely. And people are coming to us all the time with hints on what to do. So in that way, yeah, it's created a positive energy.
How have the artists met up your ambitions?
How has this been? How have the artists reacted to your endeavors?
Very positive. I mean, we have, for what we try also for copyright issues, it's very important for us to have full consensus with the artists. So we have a very good agreement with the artists that we do this and how we do it. But the reactions have been fabulous. I mean, nobody, I think I can remember one artist not being quite happy, but we figured that out. But the rest, I mean, we're talking about 80 videos here, have been very happy about the result, and they're very open about this, and they're very happy about distributing the content. Yeah, so no problems. I mean, just to finish that off, I mean, a lot of the artists actually ended up sharing this content on their website, on their Facebook profiles. If you go to, for instance, Henning Mankel, I think, shared a video, the video with him. So people, the artists actually share and use this video footage. The galleries use it as a promotion, stuff like that. Yeah.
Thank you. Another question about funding. Who is funding the project, and well, who has been the initiator?
Yes. So the museum has been the initiator, came up with the concept, and the Nordea Foundation, Nordea funded, actually gave us money for three years to run the project. And then there's some self-funding, so we do fund part of the project ourselves also.
Mer frågor? The question is about the different quality of the videos. If this has made any difference for how it's accepted. Some videos are used with simpler technical devices. Yeah. Is this on purpose?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is an ongoing discussion, to be honest. So we were a board meeting every 14 days discussing this, and it's an ongoing discussion. So is it sufficient to actually provide an interview with an iPhone camera and just a handheld kind of thing? Can we do that? Is that okay? We have actually one video. No, it's not published yet. We have one video with Patty Smith, which is great. Her talking about her visit at the literature festival. It's taken just with the iPhone, and it gives it a certain amount of authenticity. On the other hand, we have a video. For instance, there's a video with Tara Donovan, which is quite elaborate setup, several cameras, stuff like that. And to be honest, I really think it depends on the subject matter. So in some instances, I find that an iPhone camera is sufficient and really can give the whole thing a bit of authenticity. But in some cases, obviously, that cannot do the thing. So that's kind of a non-answer. Both.
But he looks happy, though. En sista fråga. Peder, thank you so much from Gothenburg. 12 points to you. And congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for letting me speak. And as I said, go ahead, write me if you have any questions and want to discuss this. I will be very happy to do that. Have a good day to you all. And what a great arrangement you have made.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Fika där ute. Kuriost kan vi bara säga att det är nästan 300 personer som följer det här via internet. Det kan ju vara bra att veta ute där i världen. Men de får ingen kaffe och de får ingen bulle. Men det får ni. Varsågoda.
Jag tänkte min fru och kollega som sitter i Helsingborg kanske.